I get quite a few people asking me what arrows am I shooting out of my longbow, and I haven't made a review on this yet because I've only been shooting them for about a year, and I didn't want to speak about something that I didn't have a lot of experience with. But for about the past year or so, maybe a little bit more than that, I've been shooting the Big Jim Dark Timbers, and these are a 244 shaft, which is very similar to the Gold Tip Traditionals 246 shaft that I shot for 15 years, really long time. Shot the Gold Tips, loved them. They were, tough as a brick. And then I became, good friends with Jim and tried out his dark timber shafts. And I was a little hesitant at first because if it's not broke, don't fix it. So but the cost difference is really what ended up selling me. I don't get any type of special discount or anything on them like that. But they are, by the time that you factor that you get, whatever color knock that you want with your arrow order, and you get weighted inserts as an option to no extra cost, by the time all is factored in, they're twice as cheap as the Gold Tips that I was shooting, half the cost. And they're super tough. I've killed a ram, I killed several deer, a hog, squirrels. I killed, I think, 7 rabbits since I've been shooting the Dark Timbers, and they are just super tough. I mean, just as tough as the Gold Tips, if not tougher. Very rarely do I break one. I've had a deer break one, shot the deer, got a pass through, but the arrow stayed in the deer, and the deer kind of fell down going up the creek and broke the arrow in half. But other than that, I mean, anything that I would typically break an arrow on, and I've shot just about every traditional arrow that you can think of, and it's why I'm not a fan of the micro diameter arrows. I'm not going to name drop brands, but even not just the micro diameter, but like a lot of different brands, they just break all the time. Or they mushroom or they split at the knock. The way that I build mine out is I've got a 50 grain insert, 125 grain head, so I got 175 grains up front, and I actually super glue my my inserts in. So I use the, see here, the Blue Cap Gorilla Super Glue. It's like shock absorbent, and what I find with that is it holds a little bit better than the hot melt glue. So once I'm all tuned up, I'll kind of switch away from using the hot melt glue, and from then on, if I know what length that my arrows are going to be, I'll just super glue them in. So been super happy with these shafts. Have killed a lot of stuff with them. For the price, like I said, you get whatever color knock that you want. I shoot the chartreuse ones, and then you get your choice of a stock insert. I think it's like 12 grains depending on the spine shaft that you got. And then you can get stock, 100 grain or 50 grain insert for no extra cost. And these things go all the way up to, I think, like 1,000 or 1,200 spine, while still being able to put a screw-in tip in. So they're one of the only arrows on the market that has an insanely wide range of spines that you can get in that arrow. And that was a big deciding factor for me because I really, at the time, needed 700 spine arrows when I was shooting my 47-pound bow because I got a really short draw length. And I've since moved up to a 51-pound bow at my draw length, and so I'm shooting 500 spine arrows, and I'm able to cut them down a good amount. So you can check them out at bigjimsbowcompany.com. Like I said, super good deal, super tough. I wish that more people in the traditional archery community knew about these, just based off of the cost factor. I mean, you really get your money's worth when it comes to these arrows. So the Big Jim Dark Timbers, check them out.